Hi, it's me, Jennifer J String. I'm gonna tell you. I have some questions for law enforcement. First of all, I was extremely ashamed being a Shreveport, Louisiana native of our sheriff, Steve Prater, getting on national TV and wanting to keep people who were nonviolent criminals in his custody so that he could make slaves out of them, you know. And whereas that's the in order to get more money for the prison industrial complex, they get paid like Chinese, and they get a dollar a day or whatever, and so they have their little jobs, and they do a lot of telemarketing and a lot of work for big companies, multi-million-dollar companies, and so he used to be decent. I don't know what about white men when they get old. I don't know what the problem is. They get just hatred, just abstinent, just cantankerous. But anyway, he's not the same Steve Prater that I remember, coming up. And I've been here my whole life. And he's been here for a while. He was the police chief before he was the sheriff. And my concern was this. In my experience in industrial and organizational psychology, I think they need to do a better job in testing. Granted, okay, I'm talking about a nationwide. I don't know what each state does, what each municipality does, or which state police does, or which federal police does. I don't exactly know what kind of test. Being experienced in psychology and having copyrighted 3 of my own tests for employers who had bad employees. I'm of the opinion that I really don't understand what these people are doing, but they need whatever kind of test they're doing. It's a certain test I'm gonna tell you about that they need to give. Okay, right now I'm gonna tell you the tests they give. I'm gonna read them to you. Okay, it says that they give the cognitive ability test. That's just like achievement test or what's the other test? Achievement test. Basically, that test, their intellect and if they can use a computer and things like that. So just like achievement, SAT, tests like that, testing their cognitive functions or how smart they are. Okay. And then I'm gonna skip the psychological because that's the one I'm gonna talk to you more extensively on. Okay, and then we have the fitness test, and everybody has to go through the fitness test, and they have a 3-part fitness test, it says, and it must be done in a certain specific way depending on the so it look like to me now the most important thing, The third thing is education. Used to be you could be a high school graduate and get and be a police officer, but now most of them want you to have 2 years of college. You can have it in sociology, psychology. They basically would rather for you to have a 2-year degree, which is a community college degree in criminal justice. So, you'll have some idea, some psychology, and how the mind works, how people work, how the court system works. So basically, most places want you to have that criminal justice 2-year degree. Now, I don't know. I was gonna go ask Prater, but I'm scared of him. He might put me in jail and make me pick beans. But anyway, psychological testing, that's a closely guarded secret, because I was asking other counselors and stuff, what do they use? And they don't tell me specifically what they use. I guess they use like just the regular intelligence test. But that's really too extensive. It's like 4 hours long. Nobody really knows what kind of test that they're giving. I assume it's some type of personality test. It's got to be. Let's see, about your lifestyles, and yes, a personality test. It's supposed to screen for mental disturbance or personality disorder that make a candidate unfit for a police officer, and that's where I come in. Let me get my little stuff here, y'all. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, Lord. Oh, y'all gonna have to come with me here. I was gonna go tell you about the test. Where's the test? Where's the test? Oh, I'm still looking for it. It should be in here. Okay, I found it. It's called. Okay, this test is called the this test is called the Hare Psychopathology Checklist. And it was in research for 20 years. It was constructed by a psychologist, Robert Hare. He worked in the prison system, and he wanted to see which people were psychopaths and which was just regular people that's just they got a bad attitude. Okay, so I'm very familiar with this test. I haven't given it, but I'm familiar with the results and how it's used, because you have to be a PhD or PsyD, and I'm only a master's degree. So basically what he was doing is finding out if people are criminals, if they had a tendency towards criminal behavior, things like being superficial charm, grandiosity, need for simulation, pathological lying, cunning and manipulating, lack of remorse, coarse callousness, poor behavior control, impulsivity, irresponsibility, failure to accept responsibility for one's own actions, and things like that. And it seemed to me, viewing all those videos, there should be a national standard test, the hair psychopathology checklist. It will weed out all those subhuman things. I can't diagnose them because I'm not a PhD or PsyD, but in my opinion, those are sociopaths. They're psychopaths. Especially the one that killed a man the one in the back and kept shooting at him and then planted the gun. And just the attitudes themselves of these people, it's like it's the bottom of the barrel. It's like, okay, long as you can do the social test, and long as you could do the physical test, you'll be fine on the psych test. And I know they have interviews with psychologists, but if those psychologists they could